Devastated, disbelief, shock, anger, sorrow. That's exactly how I felt when I was sitting there watching my mom in hospice care. You know, you want to do everything that you can to save their lives, and yet, you know, at the same time, there's nothing you can do. That was February 25th, 2014, which changed my life forever, and of course, changed my family's life as well. You know, it's a very odd sensation unless you've ever been put into that position where, you know, I had 3 extra days with my mother before she passed, and you're talking about every single memory that you have as a child, and nobody's talking about the inevitable. Everybody knows she's going to pass, but nobody talks about it, and it's very awkward. My mom asked me what my first memory was, and I remember distinctly, I was a young kid, and my mom was a real trooper because her water broke with me inside of her at 5 months. The doctor gave her orders to lay on her back until birth. Well, she laid on her back for 2 months, and I guess myself, being a stubborn individual at 7 months, decided that it was time for me to come into the world. Being premature, I came out completely backwards or breech, and in doing so, I broke both my hip and my collarbone. So I was sitting in my crib and I had this huge cast on my legs with my legs spread wide apart so that the hip joint would stay in place. And I had my very favorite Snoopy doll. And I remember just pulling myself up and throwing my Snoopy doll over the edge of the crib, and it hit the ground. The back end of it split open and all the material inside kind of just burst out. I remember sitting there and I started to bawl my eyes out. And I remember her saying, "Listen, don't worry, we'll get it fixed." And I believe she took it down to her sewing machine and got it fixed. My mom loved to take pictures. You know, she had thousands and thousands of memories put away over the years, even though digital cameras weren't around then. So after she passed, I've seen my dad cry 2 times in his life. Once, of course, at my mom's funeral. And last summer, I went up to spend a week with him, and he had sold the house because he said that there was just too many vivid memories inside the house that would get him to kind of tear up. So he sold the house and moved into an apartment, and I went up to see him in the apartment this past summer. And the first thing that struck me was he had probably 100 pictures of my mom all over the house. Something that we didn't have in our house growing up. We had a lot of family pictures, but not individual pictures of my mother. So we had a good week together, and the day I was leaving, my dad got very choked up about me leaving, and it made me realize just how lonely he was being by himself. And I can imagine, after being married for over 30 years, how that can make somebody feel when you're used to having that person in your life, and then that person is no longer there. Just recently, my dad came down like 4 or 5 days ago, and he brought 2 suitcases full of pictures of my childhood. And it's really kind of neat to reminisce through those pictures of me in my cast, all types of ages, and it's really cool. My dad asked why I wanted to bring these 2 suitcases down. And I said, "Dad, we just finished creating a new product. It's called GotBackup, and what it does is it's truly automated and set and forget. And it doesn't matter, Dad, what your technical experience is." He couldn't fathom the idea of taking 2 huge suitcases full, could be shrunk down and put into a medium where it's accessible anywhere in the world. And even better than that, when we opened up that suitcase, it took us a long time to organize pictures of myself versus pictures of my mother or my sister or our dogs. Once we scan these and we put these into the GotBackup cloud, 1, they will never deteriorate again. They'll always be a perfect original. And 2, as long as you tag them properly, then you can easily find pictures of yourself as a baby. All you would have to do is say Frank baby, or Joel baby, or Tracy baby, who's my sister. You know, as an entrepreneur, I'm a big believer that when one door closes, a new opportunity opens. And sadly, when my mom passed away, we decided to create the most amazing product on the planet that allows people like my mother to be able to protect every single document and memory that they own for a lifetime. It allows them to see generation after generation after generation of memories. After creating such an amazing product, we did a beta launch of this product last January, and we were blown away. 1, we had very few issues with the product. 2, it was very simple to understand and easy to use. And as such, we had a 92% customer satisfaction and stick rate over a 1-year period of the beta testing. It got us thinking again, how can we better serve the community? How can we better serve the universe? And we decided to create a revolutionary reseller program so that not only can you back up your memories and precious documents, but you can help others do the same and collect a fantastic and massive residual income from home. I've been blessed enough to be in this industry for nearly 20 years now, and we've helped hundreds of thousands of people change their lives by creating residual income from home with products that are needed in the marketplace at a price point that's affordable anywhere in the world. Do you want to back up everything that you own to protect your memories, to protect yourself from a fire or a flood or anything else? Maybe your PC got stolen. This is an amazing tool that is priced less than $10 per month. That's why you need to take action. We've helped hundreds of thousands of other people with a product that does not have the same mass appeal as GotBackup. We're excited. I think you can tell we're excited, and you should be excited too to get on the ground floor of this amazing opportunity.